Welcome to The Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you with us today because we're about to unpack something, well, truly fascinating. We're going to do a hyper-specific, microscopic breakdown of a completely surreal transformation. We're looking at a sequence of events so bizarre, literally so outside the realm of everyday physics, that it just demands a closer look. Our source material today is this brilliant little vignette called The Man of Inflating Confetti, and we're going to tear it down piece by piece to understand exactly how an impossible moment is constructed. So get ready because this is going to be a wild ride.
First things first, we gotta set the stage. Picture the scene. Inside a rustic hall with warm string lights. Just let that image settle in your mind for a second. It's kind of cozy, right? Warm, inviting. It's just an entirely mundane, everyday environment. You can almost feel that gentle glow of the string lights. And establishing this baseline of complete, comfortable normalcy, that's an incredibly deliberate setup. It lulls us in, because this quiet, rustic atmosphere is exactly what makes the event that's about to unfold so profoundly shocking. Now, who actually inhabits this cozy little space? Well, a large man in a purple t-shirt is lying face down on the concrete floor. Notice the really precise details here. That purple t-shirt, it's just such an ordinary piece of clothing. And the concrete floor firmly grounds the whole scene in cold, hard reality. Sure, the positioning is definitely odd. Lying face down on concrete isn't exactly typical party behavior. But physically speaking, everything here still completely belongs to the real world. We're basically looking at a completely normal, solid human being right before the physics-defying magic kicks in.
Section 1. The Inflation, Defying Physics. Okay, let's dive into this and see how this builds, step by impossible step. Step 1. His torso begins to swell smoothly. And this isn't the natural heave of a human lung breathing. No, it's a mechanical, entirely unnatural smoothness. Then, Step 2. The human form is lost entirely as he expands into this perfectly round shape. And finally, Step 3. This giant sphere now completely fills our frame. You have to imagine the sheer scale of it. It's stretching, it's wobbling. The tension in the room is just building and building as this impossible, absurd geometry completely takes over the concrete floor.
Now, what's super interesting here is the specific language used to define these visuals, cartoon-like. It's a smooth, totally non-realistic swelling that results in a perfectly round yellow-orange balloon shape, complete with glossy reflections. The source is actually very specific about those glossy reflections, and this brilliantly illustrates the jarring shift from that gritty concrete reality we started with into a vibrant, animated, high-definition cartoon state. The man in the purple shirt? He's gone. In his place is a massive, gleaming, yellow-orange anomaly.
Section 2. The Climax. Releasing the Tension.
Here is where the source material pulls a brilliant, fast one on us. Because based on the massive, unnatural swelling of a human being into a giant sphere, our expectation is a violent, terrifying burst, right? It feels dangerous. But what's the reality? It pops like a simple party balloon. It's a completely masterful subversion. It takes all that built-up anxiety and fear and, in a split second, neutralizes it into something entirely harmless and delicate. And then, boom! A flash of harmless, glittery sparks lights up the room. And followed by that, a beautiful shower as yellow confetti rains down absolutely everywhere. The terrifying tension we just felt completely vanishes. It's immediately replaced by this bright, cheerful, celebratory release. The man in the purple shirt hasn't just disappeared, he's been joyfully transformed into a literal shower of party supplies raining down over the concrete floor. It is just a glorious visual celebration of the absurd.
Section 3. The Room's Reaction.
Okay, let's just take a breath for a second. The confetti is settling on the floor, the sparks have faded away. We're shifting away from the spectacular climax and looking at the reality of the people in that warm rustic hall. Honestly, how would you react if you saw this impossibly bizarre transformation happen right in front of you? A large man on the floor smoothly swells into a giant, glossy, yellow-orange balloon, wobbles violently, and then pops into a shower of glitter and yellow confetti. You'd be in absolute shock, right? You'd be screaming or grabbing the person next to you, maybe even running for the door. Your mind would be completely blown by the sheer impossibility of it all.
But instead, the source reveals this. Bystanders barely react, as if this is normal. So the crucial point here is the absolute deadpan absurdity of this apathy. A man literally defies the laws of thermodynamics, biology, and physics, turns into a giant confetti bomb, and the people standing around him treat it like someone just cleared their throat. There's no panic, there's no awe whatsoever, there is just a blank, terrifying acceptance.
Which really leaves us with this final, lingering thought.
When a man turns into a giant balloon and rains down confetti and no one even blinks, what does normalcy even mean anymore? The real shock of this source material isn't actually the magical transformation itself, it's the fact that the impossible has become completely mundane to the observers. It forces us to look around our own lives and re-examine the surreal things we accept as ordinary every single day. Keep that in mind the next time you find yourself in a rustic hall with warm string lights. Thanks so much for diving into this explainer with me.